Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, as we step into the promising embrace of a new year, it's time to focus on self-care and intentional growth. Today, we have the pleasure of welcoming a holistic engineer, Umandisi Nduli, who is going to guide us through the art of renewal and resetting for the year 2024. Mandisa, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Now, first and foremost, you have decided to step quite firmly into the space of holistic health. But you were previously a civil engineer. Now, balance me quickly.
Well, if you think about it, civil engineering has very similarities of yoga because you're actually building the body. You know, if you think of that actual element of what engineering actually is, then it's innovation as well. So those two have very deep similarities. The only thing is you're working through buildings, and here you're actually working with the body. So when you're looking at the holistic, format, you're looking at the actual person of how do you actually transform using your breath in your body and finding that oneness in your mind. Going back into the actual engineering, yes, I did study and I worked as well. But I just found that there was a place where I was called to go a little bit deeper from human to human connection. And as fun as it is to build buildings and build all these things outside, there was just a missing link that I needed with the work that I do. And when I found yoga, there was something there was this feeling of this is it. And it was that feeling of what is this it sort of feeling that I kept chasing. And whilst I was still in corporate, I actually resigned before I completed my yoga teacher training just because of that conviction I had that I really needed to do this and I wasn't happy at work. And then finding that sort of harmony and space of new discovery has been something that I've been doing. I've been teaching for 9 years now. So it's definitely part of my path.
Now, what an inspiring story, but following that path relentlessly can't always be easy, especially growing up within the African culture and context. Civil engineer, yoga instructor, how did your family feel? And did you get any pushback?
I think with change, you'll always get pushback, right? Because change is uncomfortable. So within finding that space of them trying to understand what is yoga.
Yes.
It's a constant discovery with a lot of people. But because I know that I have this sort of drive to continue, I have to just continue. And the understanding will come in increments, whether it takes 20 years or 2 minutes or whatever. It comes in increments, and that's something that, you work with, constantly integrating, giving more information, educating, experiencing, and then just allowing and accepting that not everybody's going to be comfortable with something that they don't know.
Yeah. It takes patience from both sides, I suppose.
Definitely.
And now you deem yourself and call yourself a holistic engineer. Tell us more about the work that you do.
So mine is holistic. The healing has started through yoga. And I realized from yoga, I have branched into massage with my hands as well. And that's just very deep intuitive healing massages. It's very specific to the actual person as to what is actually going on with your body. And those sessions also integrate with the intuitive coaching that I do. So I integrate the yoga, the massage, and then the intuitive coaching together to weave in holistically what is going on with your mind, what's happening in your body, because the body is always connected to the emotions. And then how do we decode the wisdom of the body? So it's that holistic perspective of looking at you as a whole.
That is so interesting, and being able to break up all those different themes into 3, I think does wonders for even the rest of us to understand the work that you do. And we are focusing today on setting goals, those good intentions for yourself for 2024. How can our viewers at home incorporate mindfulness and setting goals?
Well, with intention, your why, your purpose is your biggest thing. I would say whatever you're doing is why are you actually doing it? You versus the other people who want it for you. I think there comes a stage where you have to do it for yourself. You want to be able to live for yourself. And that creates a deeper meaning, for your life and then everybody else around you, because then when you are happy and you feel that sense of fulfillment, then people are going to draw from that energy. But if you're moving from the space of wanting to sort of please others, that cup is going to dry. So I think the most important thing is that you want to choose it for you. You want to choose it from a space of deep love. And you want to choose it from that space of being present so that you can actually observe life happening versus thinking that it's just happening against you. And you can actually understand how it's happening for you as well.
Absolutely. And when it does come to being mindfulness, there are certain techniques and practices that a lot of people do, whether it's meditation, visualization. What techniques would you be able to give viewers at home right now, sitting on their couch, to be able to get back into their body, to be able to clear it all up and make those good decisions for themselves and set those goals?
Yeah. Well, just in a simple thing is breath. We forget how much we actually hold the breath when we're in the thinking space. So you want to be able to have your head and heart coherency drop into your body by connecting to your breath and just simply observing it. Noticing whether we're breathing from the belly or we're breathing from the diaphragm. And then, you want to be able to sit up tall into your body, whether it's feet hip distance. And then just observe, how am I actually breathing? Closing the eyes and just connecting in that space of observing, yes, there's certain thoughts that I'm thinking. Yes, I'm distracted with this. Yes, I've got this to-do list. But this most important moment now is just a connection to breath, just feeling it rise and feeling it fall.
Wow. And, automatically, as soon as I feel myself breathing, I feel this shoulder tension. I tend to hold my shoulders up. Is there any physicality that we can do and physical movements, whether you are a mom of a 5-year-old or you are 80 years old?
Yeah, so if you can do it together.
Yes.
You want to come to the edge of your seat. So sometimes you might be watching TV or whatever it is, or maybe you're behind something or a desk if you have an office job. You just want to take your feet hip distance, place your hands onto your thighs, and it's just a cat-cow. All it is just getting the spinal rolls and movement, because when you free your spine, then you free the body as well. Okay. So it's just an inhale. You're going to push your chest and then perhaps lift the chin up. So you're opening, and it's this deep arcing sensation as you open through the front body. And then the exhalation, then you want to round. But then you want to press your hands onto your thighs, and then you want to lean back. So draw the chin towards the chest. And just really lean back with your hands against your knees, and then you just keep going with that process, just super slow.
It already feels so freeing.
And then exhaling. So now, for those of you who are feeling a little bit more shoulders, you can get more intuitive with the movements, more fluid like water. You can almost like move in a circular direction. And then you get a lot more access.
I think my age is showing. My back is clicking like nobody's business. Well, Mandisa, thank you so much for all of your insights.
Thank you so much for having me.